Okay. So now we have, you'll have to write down simultaneously. South Beach is a neighborhood. Yeah, please write down. South Beach is a place where Robert lives. So you write down Robert somewhere here. Robert. You make it capital, yeah. Robert. Okay. And Little Gables is a place where Jake lives. Jake. Okay, Jake. Now they are discussing their neighborhoods. Now we'll have to listen and then fill in the table. First go to the table. So we have to write the pros, the good points of South Beach in this table, in this box here, and we have to write down the negative aspects of South Beach here. So the good points here and the bad points over there of South Beach. Similarly, Little Gables, the town, the good points and the bad points. And who lives in South Beach? Robert. And who lives in Little Gables? Jake. And now they are talking over phone and they are discussing about these two neighborhoods. So let's listen, and I would request you to stop intermittently. So please keep stopping and keep writing, okay? This again is an assignment for you. I think it would be like 13 or 14, yeah.
Page 19, Activity 6. Listening for details.
Yes.
So, Robert, you live in the South Beach neighborhood?
Yes, it's an exciting neighborhood. People from all over the world live there.
What do you like about it?
There are a lot of ethnic restaurants and shops. You can get things from all over the world in South Beach. There are cafes and athletic clubs, too.
What about public transportation?
There are a lot of bus stops on my street, and there's a subway station right on my block. It's very convenient.
But it's kind of noisy there, right?
Right. It isn't quiet, especially at night. And there's a lot of traffic, too. How about you, Jake? What neighborhood do you live in?
I live in Little Gables.
What's that like?
It's quiet and peaceful. There are a lot of trees. There's a big park at the end of my block.
Do you know your neighbors?
Yes. Everyone's friendly and helpful.
Sounds very nice.
Yes, but it's a little boring. There isn't much to do. And there isn't good public transportation. I have to drive everywhere.
I think I'll stay in South Beach.
Okay, so it was too fast for you to complete.
Page
No problem.
19,
No, stop it.
Activity 6.
Stop it. So it was quite a bit fast, so I agree that you could not complete. No problem, it's a good try. So what is happening that Robert is talking to Jake, and first it is Jake who asks Robert that how is South Beach, and Robert says that it's an exciting neighborhood. People from all over the world can be seen here. Like in big cities, you see people from all over the world. He says there are athletic clubs and cafes. Okay, so athletic clubs is missing. Athletic clubs, the spelling would be ATHELI. Still missing spelling. There won't be an E. No, here there won't be an E here. LES, athletic clubs. I think there's still something there is one C extra. Yes, athletic clubs. Okay, cafes, and there is a subway station. There is a bus stop. So public transportation is good. And what are the negative points? The traffic is huge. I mean, traffic is too much. So a lot of traffic, and it's noisy, especially at night, he says. Okay, we go down to the next one, Little Gables. What is good about Little Gables is that there's a big park in front of Jake's house, and it's peaceful. People are friendly and helpful, so it is good. But he says it's kind of boring. You know why? Because there isn't much to do, and there is no public transportation. I have to drive everywhere. So we play it again, and this time hopefully we'll get more idea about this one. Play it once more.
Page 19, Activity 6. Listening for details.
So, Robert, you live in the South Beach neighborhood?
Yes, it's an exciting neighborhood. People from all over the world live there.
What do you like about it?
There are a lot of ethnic restaurants and shops. You can get things from all over the world in South Beach. There are cafes and athletic clubs, too.
What about public transportation?
There are a lot of bus stops on my street, and there's a subway station right on my block. It's very convenient.
But it's kind of noisy there, right?
Right. It isn't quiet, especially at night. And there's a lot of traffic, too. How about you, Jake? What neighborhood do you live in?
I live in Little Gables.
What's that like?
It's quiet and peaceful. There are a lot of trees. There's a big park at the end of my block.
Do you know your neighbors?
Yes. Everyone's friendly and helpful.
Sounds very nice.
Yes. But it's a little boring. There isn't much to do. And there isn't good public transportation. I have to drive everywhere.
I think I'll stay in South Beach.
Okay. Let's go to the next activity. The next activity is like, how do we read a map? So it's like reading a map. And here, no, go to the next page. Yeah, this one. Now here, how do we read a map? Go a little, yeah. So how do we read a map? You know, it's all the time now you are using GPS and you're traveling far away. So you are using a lot of GPS and it guides you. But you need to understand the directions and you need to understand the map. So this is a map of an area. There are different, you know, what do we call, like important places are being mentioned here. Landmarks, okay, like say groceries, Lundy's, Home Cooking, Wells Fargo Bank, Benny's Burger, maybe there is some McDonald's over here. So this is a map. Now we are trying to see how do we read this map. Now see these yellow blocks, these are called blocks, you know, these are yellow squares, okay, these are all blocks. And the roads horizontal, okay, you know, these roads like this is sleeping direction, not the standing direction. The sleeping direction roads, these are called streets, okay. So this is Second Street. Where is the first street? Somewhere down here, okay. So this is the Second Street, then you have the Third Street, then you have the Fourth Street. So you have different streets, maybe Fifth Street is there somewhere up. And the vertical ones, the standing roads, the standing lanes, okay, these are called avenues. So here it's a Cedar Avenue, then you have Elm Avenue, and then you have Oak Avenue. So suppose you have to guide somebody, you'll say walk down 2 blocks and then turn right on the Elm Avenue. And then you go on and cross 2 blocks and then you turn right or left. So now there is a man who is looking for the International Language Institute, which is right here. And right now he is standing near this police officer. So this man asks for the directions to go to International Language Institute. The policeman, though he guides him accurately to the place where he wants to go, but the policeman is somewhat confused. So in the beginning he gives one direction, then he corrects himself, and then he later on gives another direction. But somewhat, he is finally able to manage and guide the man properly. So we'll hear this last part of the audio. Last one, I think 16, yeah.
Page 21. Activity 10. Listening for specific information.
Excuse me, officer. How do I get to the International Language Institute from here?
Go up this street for 2 blocks, then turn left on Elm Avenue. Oh, wait a minute. I mean, turn right on Elm Avenue. Yes, right. Okay, stay on Elm for 2 blocks. Then when you get to 3rd Street, no. I mean 4th Street, turn left. Yes, turn left on 4th Street. As soon as you turn left, go just a short way. The Language Institute is on your right. You can't miss it. It's next to the Starbucks.
Got it. Thanks.
Okay.
Does the man understand the police officer's directions?
Okay. So that brings us to the end of chapter 1's important listening exercises. Now we go on to chapter 2 in the next video. I hope you will stay with me and don't get bored up. Inshallah, this is something important we are doing. And see you in the next video.